Good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, and I got about to finish the day with a no AC call on a house where the investor believes something is wrong with the blower motor. So let's check it out. Let's see if it's actually what he thinks it is, and see if his tenants can get some AC for the weekend. Let's go. Tried knocking on the front door. Nobody came up to the door. I'm not about to just barge right in. Just look at this. It is dripping. So I don't know if somebody had it, if it's frozen. Look up in here and see. Compressor does seem to have some ice on it. So lets me know the system has at least been pumping refrigerant, but maybe the blower motor isn't running. Let's see if it's because of a bad 4-pin fan relay or whatever. Already just looking at it, there's been, I think the board might be original to the unit. It's like somebody's, that's a wiring diagram for the condenser fan motor that somebody put in here. I guess not. Let me not throw that away. Somebody might need that in the future. We'll grab a meter. Make sure we got high voltage coming in here right now to see if the tenants cut it off at the breaker inside or anything. Bottom of the contactor. Got 0 volts. So somebody cut it off. Great. Found out disconnect wasn't even plugged in. So alright, that just confirmed my suspicion. I had already taken apart the wires for the condenser fan motor. The tenant was just out here with me, and I didn't want to get him on camera or anything because he was having a conversation, but I put the disconnect in the on position. It was originally off. Put in the on position, and the motor was just humming. So I know that's the blower motor cap, because there's the dual cap here for the condenser fan and the compressor. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check that. Got the meter set to microfarads. Touching, oh my God, I just did this, there we go. Touching the base of it. It's reading 10.34. That's probably what it's rated for. And we have ourselves here a 10 microfarad. Cap's pretty warm, but it's fine. Go look and see what kind of blower motor this is. Oh, I might be able to get one of these motors for sure, or at least get something comparable to put on here, because this is okay. So they've been using at least 2 out of the 3 speed taps. Let me go ahead, call a supply house, see if there's even a universal motor I can grab and put on here to get these people going through the weekend. Just called the investor. He approved us to replace the blower motor. People at Ferguson didn't want to pick up the dang phone, so I couldn't even call to see if I could get like the OEM version, or like a close replacement. So I'm just going to another supplier that's about 10 minutes closer, because it's, what is it right now, like 4 o'clock. Ferguson will be closed in 30 minutes, but this other supply house doesn't close for another hour. So it's time to hop in the truck, go get these people a motor so they can have cold air this weekend. But I didn't really go too much further into the diagnosis on that motor, because once I put the disconnect in the correct way, and then heard the motor hum, I knew it was getting voltage. I just wanted to confirm that the capacitor for it was good or not. And since the capacitor is fine, I am going to replace the motor. I will catch you guys when I get back. Jesus Christ, it's hot in this truck right now. All right, and we're back. Still the old motor there, but I went, even though the capacitor in there is reading fine, I'm putting in a new motor and I'm putting in a new capacitor just to cover me on the back end of this. You know, I feel like that's just the right thing to do. Maybe not, but all you got to do to remove these Rheem blower motors on these older models, screw right there, disconnect your wires from your high limit and the wires on the motor, and you should be all good. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. Brother, boy, dirty. Yeah. Ooh, the shaft, dirty shaft. Oh my God. Yeah. And new motor installed, new capacitor installed. I did spray clean the fan blades and wash those down with water as best I could. It was a crap ton of gunk that fell off in the yard. I'm gonna just keep this now. I did end up wiring it just right here. The rotation wires right here. Obviously the capacitor wires mounted to the capacitor. The only blower speed that seemed to match up, I've got blue going to blue. On this motor it's medium high, but on the control board it's just medium. And then the low speed, which is the red wire coming from the board, that's tied to my medium low for the motor, this new one. And then black still being the high and orange being common, which ended up on the original setup was just going to the terminal, one side of the terminal of the old capacitor, which shared its common, because that was the common for the other leg of power for the blower motor. And then I just cut dead the brown wire here. That was the brown wire coming here for the capacitor. So nothing's gonna be rubbing out anymore. I think it's still calling for fan on. So let's just go ahead, pop this disconnect in and see if she starts spinning. If I could get it in there. Jesus Christ, Austin. There she goes. Let's get this panel back on. I guess to even better make sure everything's running right, you know, since I'm running in cool mode right now, I'm going to clamp around this black wire right here and try to see, pull on a little bit, and how good the amps are now that the blower door is on there. If you have the door off, you'll get, you know, not a really accurate reading of what your amp draw should be for that motor, from my experience. I mean, that thing's only pulling 2 amps and it's rated for 3.6, so I'd say we are doing golden. I got the probes on there. I'm gonna clean up everything, put my drill back, throw that in the back of my truck. He wants me to go check and see if there's like a messed up duct over there under that room with the post on it. But hopefully that'll give me enough time to check and see how the pressures are. So right off rip, I got about 92 degree air coming in, 110 coming out, so we're almost at a 20 degree split just across the condenser coil. At like 73 over like 830 something. So I'm gonna have to clean this coil real quick. Now the tenant's telling me that he's been telling me this whole time that he's got to go. He's got like a dinner or something, I guess he was trying to get to. So I wasn't gonna chemically clean it with coil cleaner. I just grabbed the hose and just literally went up and down up and down around, I mean, what is this thing from, the 90s? 99. They already want us to give them a quote to replace it, so if I could just lower the head pressure just a little bit just to get this guy through the weekend, because the temp's supposed to get a little bit hotter outside, I'll be okay with that. So trying to let it dry out now. It's only about 10 degrees over now. Let's see just how high up that keeps going, and we'll reconvene on the pressures here in a second. Don't mind this dot right here. I made this prematurely. We're looking at about 70. I think I forgot what the screenshot just said. It's like 350 around this area. So I mean, I'm better than what I was, but according to the outdoor ambient, I mean, it's only 91, 92 degrees. I should probably be closer to here. I'm not gonna deal with it. I got a 20-degree Delta T right now. They'll be fine for the weekend. Dude's got a dinner party to go to anyway, so let's get on up out of here and enjoy our weekend. Tried to be as thorough as I could with that one. Another helicopter kind of scenario. I mean, it kept circling around me like every 5-10 minutes, asking me questions. What could make the system freeze? Is there anything to do to prevent the blower motor from going out? And I don't know. Do you guys think it went out because of how dirty it was? Was it just its time to go? I mean, that looked like a factory motor. So I don't know, but I'm just happy the tenants got AC for the weekend. We're gonna send over that quote. I mean, the office is closed now, but I'll probably write up the materials list when I get back home, and we'll get that estimate sent over to them probably by lunch Monday morning, or lunchtime on Monday. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Did I miss anything? Would you have wired it up the same way I did, or would you have ran the wires all the way back to the control board and everything? I didn't want to do that. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for all the love and support I've been getting recently. I'm loving the direction the channel's headed right now. So I'm going to keep going and try to keep doing as best as I can and getting better at making content for you guys, because I'm really enjoying this. This is fun. I'll see you guys on the next one. Whatever. See ya. Bye.